EverBloomingCrafts. Ladies, I want to share with you my first tissue roll mini album, and this is the first time I made a vintage mini album. And I used the paper from Bo Bunny, this one, the Etc. collection. Really pretty paper. You know, it's perfect for a vintage theme. So on the inside you get like all kinds of different designs, and the colors are really beautiful. So this is what I made, and I used 4 tissue rolls here, and I used different stamps from different brands and collections, you know, as long as they look nice. And after I flattened the tissue rolls, I wrapped the paper around the rolls, so you can't see the tissue rolls on the outside at all because I wrapped the paper around these rolls. But I painted the inside with some copper acrylic paint, so when you look, like, you know, when you take the tag out and you look inside, you couldn't see the tissue roll. What I did, I used this ring. I don't know how you call this thing, guys, but I just call it the snap ring because you can snap it close. So I just used these rings to bind these little pages together, and I tied some lace and ribbons. And over here I hung this little key, and the key is from the Etc. collection as well. And this one is a little handbag charm that I got at a fabric store. I really like it. So what I thought, you know, when I saw this image, I printed it out off the internet, and I thought that it looks like this little girl is waiting to board the train. So that's my inspiration to make these kind of like vintage travel mini album. So I love these. And you know, for all the papers on every page, I sand the edge, and instead of sanding on the edge like that, I sand on the paper, so you can see the white like showing like that. I like this look a lot, but it took some time, you know, and I used regular sandpaper to do this. So that's what I did. And over here I made these easy handmade flowers. I just cut the petals and just you know, stick them on top of each other like that. And then over here I stamped these image here and these little clock here, and I made a little pocket and stamp this image here. Oh guys, the paper that I use, it's one-sided, so it's really perfect for me to use the distress ink on them. So I can use this side, and you know, on the back I can distress the paper whatever color I want. And I use only 4 distress ink colors on this mini album. I use the vintage photo, the peeled paint, scattered straw, and the broken china. I don't want the color to be too busy, you know, so I just stick with those 4 colors, and I love how it came out. When you turn the page, I made a little pocket here. And over here is a tag that I cut out from the Prima paper. I used Bo Bunny and some Prima tags, you know, that I cut out. And I can't remember the collection, but I think you would know when you know, see the paper. So I used that. And over here I just made a page like that. So, you know, the great thing about this little mini, you can add like little page like this, you know, as many pages as you want. So I like that. And I made easy flower with the scallop circle, just 2 layers. That's all. I don't want it to be too thick. And I punch these little flower out using the Martha Stewart punch. And over here I punched the edge, and this is the EK punch. So that's the second page. And over here I distress the back. See the paper, I distress it with the vintage photo ink. And these tag here, I actually made it in Photoshop, and I printed it out on the matte photo paper, and then I used some distress ink on it. Then this page, I printed this out as well, and it said "Round the World." I stamped the balloon image here, and I made this little tag and stamped the same image here. And on the back it said "The Best Moments." Okay, and the next page, this is the tag that I printed out as well, and I just lay it on top of the another paper that I punched the edge. This is from Prima, And this is a stamp from the pink paisley, I think, the butterfly garden. And I stamped this image and embossed it with the copper embossing powder. Then over here, this is from Prima as well. I cut the tag out and punched the edge with the, punched the corners with the corner punch. And over here, I stamped these vintage camera image. And these stamps are from the Technique Tuesday. And the words as well say, look through the lens, capture a moment, tell the story, preserve a memory. So I like that a lot. And I used the pearl string, you know, to attach these two pieces together so it could hang like that. And on the back, I just put distress ink on it. And on this page, I stamped these images on the paper. And I used the back side for this one. I put the broken china distress ink on it. And then when it opened up like that, it said, this say, journey into history, ride the train. And over here, I just made like easy scallop circle punch flower. So that's how it looks. And there's a little pocket here. And these I cut out from Prima paper as well. In the last page, I just stamped the image here. I put the broken china ink here and the vintage photo on the other side. And then in the middle here, I made this tag in Photoshop as well. So that's the pages, and then the tag. I cut these tags out by hands, guys, because I don't have any die cutting machine. So I just trace it and then cut it out, and then I cut another piece of paper, you know, that I punched the edge with the eyelet lace edge punch like that. I love this punch. I use it so often. And I put a lot of distress ink on these tags. And over here, the brad that I used came like this. So, you know, it's empty in the middle. So what I did, I can cut the paper from the same collection, put it on top, and then I put glossy accents on the brad, you know, so I can make the matching brads with the paper collection. Really, really pretty. I love this. And I just made simple tags, guys. These I stamped the best moments, and on the back I stamped another image here. And over here, just a little stamp says special note. And on the back, it's a watch and moments. Over here said good times. And on the back, just some postage stamps. And here said life. And on the back, I just stamped like random images. So that's how the vintage travel tissue roll mini came out. Well, ladies, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think, and see you soon. Bye bye.